What you're going to get tonight is why reselling other brands with as little as 2K starting budget is the way. Why finding profitable replay products that deliver consistent 20% plus ROI is the safest way to invest your money. Sorry, guys, it is what it is. The show must go on. We're going to keep pushing. Which tools and systems top resellers use to streamline operations and scale faster? How to avoid tariffs and beginner mistakes. Who has been involved with tariffs, or who has been maybe in the US and it feels like a bit like either has been impacted by tariffs or maybe is a bit pulling back? Let me know. Oh, just away. Fantastic. So we need to streamline. We're going to help you streamline tonight, guys. These strategies work for online arbitrage, retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage, yeah, we have used it for retail arbitrage too. So I'm going to get you very structured on how to find local brands you can start selling for profit before Q4. We're going to get you up and running. It is way easier than you think, and it's not as scary as you think as well. So first and foremost, guys, how eating consistent 10K plus months in sales would change your life. Let me know in the chat. How, being there consistently, month in, month out, would make you feel. Would that move the needle for you? Would that move the needle for your family? Yep. Freedom. Also, yeah, more financial freedom. And everybody has, in my experience, a different view of what and how financial freedom looks like, right? So Edgar has a completely different perception of how financial freedom really looks for them, right? And from Colleen, for example. Colleen says, time freedom would be terrific for my husband and I. Yeah, 100% from Edgar. Fantastic. Amazon sellers are struggling. Yeah, we always keep it 100% real because Amazon has become a platform that is highly regulated. But now, when you run a business, it doesn't matter if it's online, offline, if it's Amazon, another platform. You need to understand that and remember that whenever there is a high barrier of entry, that's where a lot of people don't even try anymore to get in. When people get uncertainty and brand gating and they struggle to get ungated, most of people don't even try the second time. Or if they find something gated, for example, and we're going to see some examples tonight, they don't even do anything about it. So I've seen more and more like the fear of getting scammed by suppliers, the tariff war holding you back, ads costs that have been eating up your profits, and then just the idea in this moment in time to just take large sums of money and just putting them in maybe one product, so very high risk, one product, hundreds units, thousands units imported. So we're going to help you. We have your back, so you don't have to worry about anything tonight. So this is going to be for you, even if you don't have an Amazon seller account just yet or any previous business experience, that doesn't matter. If you don't have a huge starting capital, we're going to make it very, very friendly tonight. And if you have as little as really 10, but really good 10 hours a week to put into your business. So we're going to show you how to do the easy and right way. And it works if you sell in Europe, in USA, in Canada, etc. We have been coaching and our clients achieve the results worldwide. If you stay until the end, I will personally answer all your questions, guys. So the beautiful AMZScout team tonight is here in the chat with you. So put your questions as we go. And I promise they're going to move them into the Q&A for me. And I'm going to answer and do my very best to answer 100% of your questions. And we're going to also give you some juicy bonuses. How cool is AI, guys? I'm getting so good at this. So if you're serious about starting your business and you're tired of the overwhelm, this is for you. If you don't have a huge capital, same. If you feel stuck and you want to say, you know what, Sylvia, I really want to smash the 10K plus per month, this is for you. And also, if you don't want to bet thousands, hundreds of money just, and all your time just in one product from China, importing, and want to start a bit faster, definitely way faster. We're talking months, cutting months than this is for you. What if I tell you there is an easier, faster way without driving around stores, study force, paying ads, creating listings, doing the photos, and putting yourself on social media? Hey, Sumi, guys, hit me in the chat. Say hero in capital letters if you're one of my beautiful clients. I want to see the chat on fire tonight. Let's keep this interactive. Hit me with a hero if you're one of my clients. Let's go. So everybody can also ask you questions, guys, as we go. I'm going to keep having a look, guys. If you're here, you have probably heard of building your own brand. You already may be stuck with thousands of dollars or pounds or euros in products that are not really moving. Maybe your product profits are being sucked away by ads, PPC. Spent countless hours, but never really started, never had the courage or the opportunity. And maybe your sales are not growing, but look at the heroes. Look at them. I see you guys. Your sales are not growing past the 10K a month. And you've been thinking maybe about investing in yourself, but haven't really taken the step just yet. Or maybe you have invested money, but you did not get any direct support or access, or you didn't get the support you thought you were going to get, or the contact with the mentors you were thinking you were going to get. Sylvia, which category works is probably the most asked questions that I get. And the real thing is that, guys, every category works. There is money and opportunity still everywhere. Not every niche work, not every type of product work. Does it make sense? Hit me in the chat with a yes, guys. Yes, absolutely, Colleen. We're going to get there. Yeah. So why sellers usually stall? Fear, lack of strategy, lack of support. Yeah, we got a lot of yeses. Thank you, guys. And especially is the confidence most of the times, you know, is the mindset. We always say in business, doesn't matter the business, 95% is the mindset. And probably, you know, ADITL, have you heard about it? A day in the life of an Amazon seller. There is no coincidence that seller support is actually Voldemort. This is a very British reference in the slides, guys. Information overload. Maybe, you know, you try to figure out how to do something, and then you start watching 300 YouTube videos. You get lost in forums, Discord group, and then one person say one thing, the other person says the contrary. You get the uncertainty, so you are fearful, and then price tankers, price wars, and gated brands, and you can't overcome that challenge. Warning, guys, this is not going to fall on your head. It's not one of those quick get rich quick and stuff and blah, blah. This is not for you, okay? Our product to sales system is going to be a game changer if you let us help you. You're going to get lifetime skill set like ungating. As new seller, you will likely have to get ungated on some categories, some brands before you start selling. Amazon has consistently changed how to provide the documents and how to get ungated, especially in America. Then everything that starts in America usually come in Europe as well. So brand gating is a way for brand owners to protect their reputation and prevent unauthorized sellers, counterfeit to like selling the products. So now you're going to find a lot more difficult to get ungated, but not with us, guys. Charlie, Ben, 4x my biggest sales day ever. So if sourcing leaves you frustrated, overwhelmed, you're always running out of time, it means you need to level up your product sourcing. You just don't have the right support because that's what you need. You need a support. Product to sales system is not something you have to do on your own, and we really hold your hand step by step. So, but I want to know from you guys in the chat, what is your why to make this work, to make your e-commerce business work, to scale your Amazon, to scale your Walmart. I can see Edgar is doing Walmart, and then we're gonna go everything in the Q&A, guys. But what is your why? Why do you want this business to be successful? Let me know in the chat. This is a safe space. Are you doing it to feel proud? Are you doing it to make extra money? Are you making it to do extra payments for the mortgage so you can be free faster? There you go. So we got Stuart says freedom. Yeah, Alima. Stuart has a little one too. Alima, have the last laugh. Okay, so like, I think something like, you thought, I was not going to be successful. Now look at me. Achievement for Edgar. Family from Adia. Financial freedom, pay off debt, freedom. Here you go, guys. Thank you for sharing it. How fast can this work? We want you to get going and get to the results as fast as possible, because the more mentorship you get, the better you become. And you can't watch a video once and learn how to ride a bike like a pro. This doesn't work. Do you understand, guys? Does it make sense? Selling is like riding a bike, and the more you do it, the more you do sourcing, the more you increase your level of strategies and the tools you use, the better you become at it. So if you keep falling and hurting yourself and losing money and trial and error on the way, guess what's going to happen? Most will give up before even seeing the results of their effort. Yeah. So the goal is to get you feel confident fast, so you can keep getting momentum and get better results. So why listening to me in the first place, guys? Because I am the founder of the Academy. We specialize in wholesale. I've been coaching wholesale since 2019, and we have an agency because I'm a brand growth strategist. So we take brands that are not performing, or they have very big, important tech challenges, and then we help them and we make them convert like crazy. If the product is good, if the base is good, then we make you fly. I hit my first 6-figure 6 months in 2018. The funny story is that I was actually not having a car. I was living in London. I'm an immigrant. I was, living with other 9 people. So I started the business from a bedroom in a shared accommodation. And I was traveling across London by bus, by tube, which is the underground, with a granny trolley, and by Uber. So we were, filling up carts of toys, doing retail arbitrage back in the days, and then fill up the Uber, let's go home and ship. So we help over 300 plus Amazon sellers. But I'm also someone who has done a lot of expensive mistakes, and I never, ever hide my expensive mistakes, because I find fascinating and I find inspiring when other sellers and other entrepreneurs and other business owners actually share their failing stories, right? So I'm someone who has done a lot of expensive mistakes, and I understood one thing, guys. You need to differentiate, and we understood this very early in the days. So we built to rent. We bought land, built to rent. We found a problem. Amazon returns, super high returns. So we built a liquidation like export. And I said this not to brag, guys, but because I'm like you, like I don't come from money. And Amazon changed for real my Amazon, my life, my family life. And then I learned to build vertical businesses. I'm not an expert in TikTok. Does it make sense? I focus, I niche down. The liquidation export business actually started with Amazon returns, and then you scale it up. And we opened our first high street store in Tbilisi, in Georgia. And we have, we're about to open the 3rd location this winter. But it has not always been like this. I'm an immigrant, started with just 700 pounds, about $900 right now. No credit score whatsoever, from my bedroom. That is actually my first bedroom in London. like I said. What was I doing wrong? A lot of things. I isolated myself, probably the first mistake. Overload of information. Did not have a mentor. I mean, back in the days, there was nothing and nobody. Now it is too much. But I paid these mistakes in a loss of time and losing a lot of money and frustration. What was I doing wrong is a trial and error, following the wrong working plan. So I was working every hour of the day. Didn't have a proper sourcing system. I would just throw myself in the store and start scanning, or just throw myself online and just start browsing. And I was buying what everyone else was buying, all the big brands, the well-known brands. And I didn't have a community to lean on. And also didn't have someone who would just take me by the hands and say, Sylvia, it's okay, it's okay, you can do this, don't worry, just pivot, just do this instead. I wasn't making enough profit, because in my head it was like, how is it possible? I'm making all this effort, I'm pushing so hard, I'm giving you my everything, and the results are not really matching, right? Finally found good products. As soon as they were hitting Amazon, another 60 people were already there. Price war starts, tank the price, ruin the product. Or if I would find a good product, have you guys had that? I was finding maybe a good product, but start selling and make money. I'm like, yes, let's buy more. And then they're out of stock or can't buy enough quantity. That's it. You guys had this happening to you? Like the never-ending hamster wheel of Amazon? I had a constant feeling of anxiety and overwhelm. And I was really doubting myself, like, am I even good enough? Why is other people doing it and I'm not? Maybe it's not for me. Maybe Amazon is not for me. And it's happening for others. Why I can't do this? Yeah. And my family was pressuring me in a nice way, because I achieved my master's degree, that I won a scholarship because I had no money. You guys, I was working like 70 hours a week at my job, plus nights, weekends on my business. I was so frustrated. My anxiety was really bad. And in 2018, I lost my first baby at 13 weeks pregnant. I always share this story openly, because instead of asking why me, and instead of turning myself into a victim, I got a tattoo of a lion to remind myself how strong I am. Even when every time I would self-doubt, I just, I look at the lion and I stay focused on my dream. And in just 1 month from losing my baby, I hit my first 10K ever. I left the corporate London. I'm like, I'm all in, because this is what, like, you cannot look back. When you see the opportunity, you need to be in. I don't say leave the job now, but you need to put yourself into it. You can't look back. So I gifted my family a luxury trip in Venice. We enjoyed. That's my beautiful screenshot. And that's it. Then we brought it to the 70K. And I also have a piece of art. Okay, so there's always a happy end. That's when I got it. What does freedom? So many of you guys said freedom, 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 freedom. What does freedom look like for me? Not a huge warehouse. I didn't want that. A business I could run remotely on autopilot. When we hit 70K month, I was working 5 to 10 hours a month on my business. No rushing to grab deals, no endless sourcing or store runs, no crowded listing with 60 plus people. System that handled 90% of the work without me. So I could focus on what I love doing, which is coaching, transforming my clients' businesses so they can change their lives too. Just for you tonight, we have something special that I'm going to share with you after the live demo. What if I told you that you can buy and resell well-known brands? Yes, you want to build your brand. Yes, maybe you're facing some challenges. Maybe you have some cash flow problems. Fine, you can do both. You're not Nespresso, you can sell some stuff in your Amazon store. You can have 2 different Amazon stores. You can buy Nivea, sell Nivea. You can buy as little as 10 units. You don't have to invest in 500 units from China. You can just buy locally. It doesn't matter where you are. That's how the league was born, right? Our community. Focus, help you get the momentum, community like the net to lean on, especially when you feel down, because there's going to be a moment where you doubt yourself. We're going to be there. We are there. And you get premium support. Now, tonight, we're going to share with you some of the tools that I use and that my clients use to find products, and how do we use them to find the products actually. Who is excited to do some live sourcing? We are almost there. Come on, hit me in the chat. Colleen says, I want to be successful to show myself I'm capable. You are, Colleen. Let's go. Been a teacher 33 years. Wanted to try something new. Yes. A teacher that never finishes learning, right? I love that. Sumaya says, Team Sylvia, amazing mentor. Thank you, Sumaya. Edgar says, happened to me a few times around stock and never found them again. Say, Edgar, God bless you. So I love that you guys are amazing. Great energy tonight. I love that. AMZScout tool, we're going to share with you the Pro AI extension, the product database, the stock stats, so you can get a competitive advantage right away, because we love using your competitors instead of avoiding them, fearing them. No, we use your competitors. They've done the hard work for you. We're going to show you tonight a little bit of how to. AMZScout Pro AI extension, and then we're going to share everything. I have already my Amazon tabs open for you guys, so I'm going to see everything on the in the field, how do you say? We're going to get an inside look at trends, sales volumes, quality of competition, see which niches to dive into, and estimate FBA costs. And I'm also going to share with you guys that sometimes when AMZScout say this is not a great niche, they're wrong. Ta-da! But they refer to one side of the business and they're right, but not for the other side of the business. So you can actually, and everybody's going to just look at the number and be like, oh no, it's not good. Bye. And we come in, we're going to estimate the FBA cost. It shows you the overall score. It's really, really straightforward. We love color coding. So it just like, it makes it so easy. And it also shows you, if a product is good enough for reselling, and if actually maybe better for your brand. Does it make sense, guys? It's so cool. But I want to share them with you mainly. You can also search suppliers, for example. They have so many suppliers. And also we're going to share with you the AMZScout product database. So you can use this tool to find great potential products, opportunities. This one is literally to give you a bit of inspiration, find some niches, find some ideas, but I'm going to focus definitely on the other tool tonight. But this is really good. Like, you will never be short of ideas for products and niches. Doesn't matter if you're your own brand or if it's wholesale or online arbitrage. And then the stock stats, guys, because it's so important to check the inventory level of your competitors, because let's say that someone is tanking the price or playing dirty, or how much stock do they have? Like, should you tank the price? Should you follow them? Should you reprice and go down? Or should you keep it up? What is the strategy? Are they trying to push you out or push a lot of people out? If a product sells 1,000 units a month and they have 3 left, is that even a thing? Do you even have to move your price point? So it's so good and so important. Yeah, so it's ready for a live demonstration. Let's go. Hit me with a yes. Let's set this chat on fire, guys. We're going to make few examples, but we're going to start with grocery. We love grocery because grocery, beauty, pets. Pet can be, you need to be a bit more like finding better product, finding better suppliers. With grocery and beauty, the opportunities just like it's so easy. Now, when you go just to, I'm in New York, by the way, tonight for you all guys. When you go here and you go to the grocery, just all and then, grocery, Amazon is already niching down. Does it make sense? And guys, as we go, if you have any question, put them in the chat, and then AMZScout is going to put them in the Q&A. I'm going to answer everything, okay? So Amazon is already be like, it's a subcategory kind of division. It's like, what do you want? Snacks, beverages, you want breakfast, you want candy and chocolate. And then they also suggest you some of the products already per subcategory. Now we have picked just randomly. I went here, just all like Amazon.com. Tonight we do Amazon.com. And then I just put red onion because the main issue the sellers are having is like, if I don't buy and sell everything, I'm going to miss on the opportunity. Who has ever felt, guys, put it in the chat, who has ever felt like the FOMO, the fear of missing out? What if, Lego has something, why do I have to stay in grocery? I'm going to look everywhere. But I always make this example. Imagine you are in a huge, like Walmart or Target or, one of these huge outlet centers in the UK, for example, and you walk in and you're like, okay, maybe there's money in Lego. Let me walk. And you walk all the way to Lego and say, oh, maybe the shampoo. Okay, shampoo, go. But maybe in the kids, maybe in babies, maybe powder milk or whatever. You just like, your brain is acting like that. You're just, especially if you are neurodivergent, ADHD, what we do, guys, works really well for neurodivergents because I am very much a neurodivergent. So I had to find a way to be like, no, I need to get a result, because if you just keep going from one place to another, from one store to another, from one category and one product to another, from one idea to another, that's the thing. Too many ideas, too much opportunities. Fantastic. We're not going to ignore there is money somewhere else, but we're going to stay focused. The more you stay focused just a little bit longer is going to be amazing. So let's go. Red onion. What? Okay. Now we can start to see one FBA. So this is what I love about AMZScout. So you have this little thing that tells you, is he FBA seller? Is he FBA? Is Amazon a seller on the listing? BSR. So how many, you can understand how many monthly sales you are getting, for example, in that specific category. It just makes your life so much easier and faster. So you can just literally scroll down, have few ideas, understand if this is very much like a more like a private label-y kind of product. And again, if you do your own brand and you are looking for an idea, this is how you do it. You can't start with food, pets, and babies all together. You have to niche down. So you scroll down and then it's like, oh, look at this guy over here, right? So 763 units sold a month with 3 FBA and 2 FBM. Guess what? It's not Lego. It's not Lego, isn't it? But can you see the difference between everybody's like, I want to, get on those products that are the best 100 products in the category. Everybody do the same thing. You have to do, if you want different results, you have to act in a different way. This is how you do it. You just go hyper focus. Then once you're here, I'm like, yeah, something interesting, right? You have your AMZScout calculator. So once you're going to have your suppliers, you just input your cost of goods and it's going to calculate everything for you. Very straightforward, nice and up. So you don't have to scroll all the way down. And especially you can understand, oh, you know what, not much money or not enough profit or not enough ROI. We always say minimum 20% ROI plus. I love less than 50,000 in sales rank for US, but I have 7-figure sellers friends that just go up to 200,000, 150,000 in sales rank. It's entirely up to you. We love fast moving because I don't come from money. So for me was like, I don't have a lot of money. I cannot have like 1,000 different products and my money sitting there and maybe something at some point is going to sell. This is not how my approach has been. Now, of course, think about all the variations. So you can do all of that. We're going to go here to you have the Amazon line drop shipping and arbitrage extension. You have your stock status. So we're going to go here. You click your lovely extension and it just show you right away that this guy has 398 in stock, while the other ones are 3, 5, 10. It's tell you if it's fulfilled by Amazon or not. So it's like having an all-in-one tool and software. If you have been reselling, you might have been gone a bit all over the place with software. This is really, really comfortable, guys. Also, let's go back here 1 second and let me show you AI Pro. Okay. You can go to AI niche analysis, and this is how it looks like. Then you can just, make it comfortable, how you like it, and you're gonna filter it up. You can do suppliers. So if you're doing private label, you can use this one over here. You can also say what is your favorite in terms of products. Let me see if I can whip. Okay. Stay there to the red onion. Okay. Let's reopen. You can literally say load the next 5 pages, load the next 20 pages. I never recommend to go that far. So here is where you get the score for private label. Is this product good for private label? You can click and it's gonna say, nah, not really. But it was Amazon Fresh in this case, but you know what I mean. So in this case, for example, it's gonna give you some ideas, it's gonna give you some score, and it also give you the overall score, which is of the niche, which is a 6. The visibility is 1, which is, is a great score for them. You can also have a look at the history of the product. How is it behaving? Is it seasonal? Is it not seasonal? The average price points. It's really giving you so many different information, and it's very easy to read. You can also download it if you need, but I never download price charts, to be honest. You can do if you're build your own brand, you're going to need more data in general. Also, it's going to give you can ask if you're a reseller, what's the score for reselling, and as you can see, it's giving it a 10. Guess why? Surprise, surprise. But also it gives us a bit of fried onions, crisp something. So you start to have okay, never heard of freeze-dried red onion, first of all. What is this? Never bought Lighthouse, never had freeze-dried anything in my case. Never had definitely freeze-dried red onion. Is it something you use? Because the problem is that so many sellers think about what they use, what they love, what they know, but sometimes the product set is going to be your best-selling product in private label. The best-selling product in wholesale or online arbitrage is actually what is not very fancy, what is not very cool, like urine test, Alima says, I freeze my own. Okay, nice. I need to start trying, guys. But most of you didn't know, even if you're in the US. So here you go. Let's go back here. So score for reselling, super straightforward. I would still look at the 6, at the 4, because again, sometimes no software is perfect, So if you only look at the score that a software give you, you might be missing and losing money and leaving money on the table. That's why it's so important, even in the AI moment, to actually have a good mix. You still need to do some very nice manual sourcing. Why is that? Because everybody is going to the automatic kind of sourcing. They miss out. They forget things. VAs don't think like you can think in this sense. So it's really, really important. Look at the red organic red onion per se. Like we can't sell this product, but 270K per month. How cool is that? So we got all the fresh stuff. You can also do all your filters. So you can say, don't show me. Filters are here. You know what? I would just want people that are like products to see products that are FBA and merchant. At the beginning, guys, don't do this because you really want to see what is going on in the niche in general. And just because you're not here to start selling a product right away. So if you find a product where Amazon is selling and it has other resellers on, other sellers on, and they hold the buy box all for themselves. They don't share anything. Doesn't matter because we are looking for your main competitors in that niche. We want to study what they do well, where they're losing money, so you don't make the same mistakes. So that's it. We're going to go down. The Lighthouse Freeze Ride is making 10K per month. You can have all your information here, number of sellers. Look at this. 4 people are sharing 10K, for example, right? This is FBA. Don't look at the margins, etc., because you don't have your cost of goods just yet. Then we go down and we look for more opportunities. Look at how many freeze-dried stuff there is around, right? So, of course, you then start thinking, what else is freeze-dried? Because if red onion freeze-dried is a thing, how many other freeze-dried stuff there is? What else can we freeze-dry? And if you scroll down, Amazon always give you a niche idea. Do you see how it's not saying, you know, you should go and buy Lego? Because Amazon know how the brain works of the buyer, but I want you to have, you know, also for the seller as well. So here's already a bunch of ideas. Of course, here you have a bunch of ideas here, because then you have single packs, double packs, 4 packs, 6 packs, 12 packs, red onion plus green onion, I don't know, garlic, chives, anything you can freeze dry. And then guess what? You can also say, you know what? I think it's time for me to go to the snacks and check what other freeze dried stuff there is. Now, the main thing is we want to start looking into, you know what? In this listing, there are some very, very smart people. Don't be scared about your competitors. At the beginning, especially, you need to find those competitors that are like making money, working smart. And so at the end of the day, now the supplier research, unless you're doing private label, that's another story. But for all and arbitrage, and especially wholesale, finding the right suppliers, it's just a matter of Tetris. Now, we are inside some of these guys' stores. And we want to decide, what else dry do they have? And you can start to see. They have red onion. This has a pack of 1. They have this one that is absolutely not like anything dried, I think. Fresh fruit and veggies. Doesn't look dried, but for some reasons you pick up the keyword, which happens. Not great sales. No. So, do you see how this guy, you know what, let's give it another, maybe he has more stock. No, same thing. Do you see how this guy is leaving money on the table? Why is he not buying everything that he's selling? Maybe not all these variations are good. I'm not saying buying everything, but why is not buying the other products? This is what I'm talking about. It's like, why is people leaving money on the table? And you guys are leaving money on the table too. I leave money on the table. I left a lot of money on the table. That's why I don't want this for you. Now, look at that one. We are in the second store that I picked up from the red onion. And when you put dried, let's have a look. You get 2 results for dried, which is completely something completely different. Also, we can see that Spice World and Spice World, there are more than one seller on it. It could be him multiple times, or it could be him now starting to kick out people. But again, where is the opportunity? The way I want you guys to start thinking about sourcing and about Amazon is opportunity. Where is the money? How can I be one of those 5 guys, for example? Sounds like an advertisement for a fast food. So the thing is it possible? Let me know in the chat. Is it possible that if this particular brand that, we're going to stay away from because it's very private label, so we risk our account jumping on it. Like, is it possible that because he's selling over $16,000 a month in minced garlic in pack of 1, 48 Oz, is it possible that there are other brands that are allowing resellers that are selling minced garlic that is doing thousands of pounds and nobody is looking at because everybody's focused on Lego? Let me know in the chat. Do you see what I mean? So most of the sellers will be here. We're like, you see, I put this guy dried and I only have 2 results and this by label. I give up. Stop that. I want to know who these guys are. Where's the opportunity? I want you to ask yourself, what are you learning? We are learning. We are looking. I'm going to make money out of these guys. And I want you to think the same. Spice World has only 8 results. So it's not a great competitor. It's not one of those competitors. I'm literally crying. Let's go to this one. Let's have a look. So this is one of those guys that are like, I'm selling everything. If I can sell my auntie, I will put her on Amazon too. Like, look at that. 2,000 active products. Like, and you can bet they sell a lot of stuff together with Amazon, which is more like, sometimes I'm going to make a sale, you know, like guessing. You don't need this kind of stores, guys, to make really, really that freedom being free for you, you know. You don't need this. We have clients hitting with wholesale 10K months in sales with 8 products, really good products. Some clients cannot, literally the first month cannot actually hit the 10K because they keep running out of stock. They fly so off the shelves. So it truly depends and varies, but we still can have a look. You can still use AMZ Pro AI here. And just do a bit of, you know, storefront stalking, some say. I love saying we go in the rabbit hole because these people sell a bit of everything. So you can stay focused and be like, I'm going to keep looking for a keyword. Let's go with dried. And then I get shoes. Why am I getting shoes? So we have 14 results for dried. Let's see if anything happens. No, not interesting. Okay. This is 2 people, 30. It's still dried, right? It's dried fruit. So I'm like, okay, is it possible if this person is selling the red onion freeze-dried that they're actually buying Lighthouse and this brand from the same supplier? You know, you don't need many suppliers, guys. You just need few really good suppliers. That's it. That's all you need. Look at this one. Okay. Sylvia, everything is saturated. Hence biotin hair conditioner. So we are going into another niche in another category. We ideally don't want to jump from one thing to another. Am I going into in your that there is money to be made over here. No, absolutely not a chance. I can copy this one thanks to this little beautiful tool. We can do that, and you can just copy paste it, go to this one, here you go, and put it in your spreadsheet and say, I see you later. You're not going to start jumping from, shoes to something else. No, that's not how we go. Same thing, product planet, and then we start to have a look at a lot of different things. And okay, wow, there's water bottles that are making like 250K per month on Amazon. Of course, Amazon is there, but there's a lot of people, so very likely you can actually, Amazon is sharing the buy box. But you need to stay focused because, again, they have 900 results. So you can either go, again, with dried. And we found different things. So this guy is actually not leaving all that money on the table because it's, you got the spring onion, dried freeze spring onion, a pack of 2. So is there going to be a pack of 1 somewhere? Yes. Is it selling as well? Maybe more, maybe less. We're not going to make assumptions, guys. We cannot make assumptions in business. So we're just going to keep pushing, and you're just going to keep finding more and more and more. Do you see how this guy is actually has left less money on the table compared to the other ones? So I like this guy more. This is more like one of my main competitors. So then I want to also understand who are these guys. One is that guy, one is the other one, right? Or this one, how many people are there? Goya, like, again, whatever, learn another brand name. So you literally will never, do you see how many things can happen just looking at a dried, like a red onion? And we haven't even gone everywhere. We haven't even gone into the pickles. We haven't even gone into red onion, I don't know, canned.